What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back in the building. And today we're going to be talking Married to Medicine Season 8, Episode 11. Okay, Episode 11. And of course, we also got to talk about what is going on with the title of this video about TOYA exposing. She's exposing some storyline elements that are a really big part of last night's episode, because she did happen to go live on Instagram last night. It's so funny. I was traveling back from Houston late last night, so I didn't get to see the episode, but I did happen to catch bits and pieces of her live. So I was like, okay, this is some real good intel about what's about to go on with this episode. So of course, you guys know I did the video earlier today on Karen and all that good stuff with Potomac, but now we're going to be talking about Married to Medicine. Also, just a quick note, I did update the way that I do the thumbnails. I got an email last week from one of the Sky Squad members who gave me a very nice critique. She was like, I love your content, but I need to be able to tell how I can determine what's a recap and what's news. So that's kind of why I restructured the thumbnail for anybody out there, and I appreciate the feedback. I can take it, y'all. I can take it, and then I can actually improve on it. So thank you for that, Sky Squad. I appreciate you, as always. I don't remember the young lady's name, but she was really nice the way she said it. And I was like, you know what? I kind of agree with you on that. Let's update this thing, okay? So with that being said, y'all, let's get into the news. I want to know, wait. Before we do that, y'all know I'm nosy. So I got to know where you watching from, okay? I see we got St. Louis in the his not eat, okay? Who else we got up in the place to be? Raleigh, North Carolina. We got Jersey City, okay? Who else we got up in here? Who else? Who else is in the building? Solomon's Island. Hey, who else we got up in ATL in the building? Callie's in the building. Hi, Boston. I see you, Dallas, Texas, Jersey City. Who else? The Virgin Islands, California, Philly, Bronx. Okay, Alabama. We got London in the building, Rwanda, H-Town in the house. Y'all really, they really know how to party up in that good H-Town. So shout out to y'all, okay? Shout out to y'all. Palm Beach, Bowie up in the building. Trinidad, the Bahamas, I see y'all. Georgia, Wilmington, North Carolina, South Africa, I will see you soon as well. Who else? California, Memphis, Cape Town, Tennessee, Miami, I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay, listen. Y'all ready to get into this thing? Y'all ready to get into this good jamboree up in the building? Let's go ahead and get up into it, okay? So last night on Married to Medicine, what you guys will have noticed is that there is a confrontation that occurs betwixt that good Quad and that good TOYA. And this all stems from the video that TOYA did, okay? From it was sometime last year that she did with Cecil and Dr. Simone, in which she readily admits that she was tipsy in the live, where she talked about Quad talking about people in her BS apartment, okay? And so Quad obviously took offense to this, as we saw in the episode, and we saw it in an episode prior where Dr. Heavenly seemingly informed TOYA about it for the very first time. Okay, seemingly, okay? We were led to believe that was the first time that she had seen it, okay? But it was not according to TOYA, okay? And we're gonna get into exactly what TOYA had to say about it with Dr. Simone on the line as well. We got Dante's Brian, who is Maryland CNN all time with Richie Skye. How was Houston? Houston was amazing, y'all. Houston was amazing. I got to get back. I got to eat down there some more, okay? We got Marcella Boot Davis. Hey, I love the Shady Messy Boots Heavenly. Wait till next week. She is going to throw a whole palm tree at the folks. She is like that in real life. Hey, I love me some Dr. Heavenly. I love this entire cast, okay? I do. I love this entire cast, but we still got to get into the things. Thank you so much for the super chat, Marcella. Y'all know I appreciate the love. Let's get into the video, okay? Boom. So here we have Toya and Lisa Nicole Cloud doing an Instagram live with that good Dr. Simone. And they really talk about Heavenly and they talk about Quad. Now, the video is 48 minutes long. It is actually still up on Toya's Instagram page. For those of you guys who have not yet seen it, you guys can head over to Toya's Instagram page, watch the entire thing. What I did in this video, I'm going to be very transparent with you, is I had to cut it down to make sure that you guys got the edited parts that we want to talk about as it relates to the episode, okay? So beware that this is edited down and I edited out some of the cursing words, okay? So just so you guys know, I don't want nobody to make it seem like I took anything out on purpose or nothing like that. It's just to shorten it, y'all. Just to shorten it. Here we go.
Look, T-L. Hey, that's what this is. Hey, look, but did you think that somebody was being real messy?
So they're talking about Heavenly right here, I believe.
Stirring the pot unnecessarily, Simone?
Always. But will we have a show if she wasn't her messy self?
Yeah, but they've been stirring the pot all season.
Now, she does acknowledge, would it be a show if Dr. Heavenly wasn't her messy self? Chime down in the good chatterization down below and let me know, would it be a show if Dr. Heavenly wasn't being Dr. Heavenly? Chime in. Let us know. Would it be a show, yes or no, if Dr. Heavenly wasn't bringing the mess? Okay? Let us know in the chatterization. I just want to know. Let me know what your thoughts are. See? Nope, wouldn't be a show. Y'all agree? Some of y'all agree. Oh, some people don't. Okay. Bam. Dr. Simone acknowledges that, okay?
Season by making me the soup in the pot. Like, why does the pot have to be about me this season? That's all I want to know. That's all I want. And everybody think why that she been so good this season. Why she good this?
So now Toya is asking, because I had to listen to this a couple of times, so I just want to basically give you guys what she said. She says, why does everybody think that Quad is being so good this season? Like, why is everybody, hyping up the things that Quad is doing?
I want to know why she's so good this season, though. What happened to all the other seasons?
Who's so good?
That's what I've been reading on Twitter. They like, she's so great this season. You ain't been reading the tweets? Oh, I forgot y'all don't read that stuff.
Like this. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Was that what it is? Is absence?
Yeah.
Or absence?
It was that.
So Dr. Simone says here, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So maybe people were missing Quad, and so that's why people feel like they are loving on her right now. And it sounded like Toya said absence or absent check. Okay, that's what it sounded like Toya said.
What is I keep
when one check goes away, because I heard we wasn't her friend. Because that's the only reason why we all started getting beefed out with her, was because she was saying sister circle friends is better than us as friends. I mean, because if we're gonna really keep it real, right?
Now, that was part of the storyline that was going on last year for those of you guys who are not familiar with last season, because Quad was on Sister Circle. And so it seemed like to the ladies that she was catering more towards the girls from Sister Circle. But for Quad's part, she felt like the ladies from Sister Circle were being a lot more supportive of her as she was going through her divorce than the ladies on Married to Medicine.
We're going to really keep it real? Because that's the only reason why we all started looking at her sideways. Or maybe we always was looking at her sideways because she was never really that nice.
So do you know Quad got on Watch What Happens Live and said that my friendship with Jackie was for TV only? I'm like, I must be reminding Quad of herself.
And you have to be right. That's a TV friendship right there, right? That's just TV because I don't know too many people that get cussed out like that, and then they best friends again.
So they're talking about the relationship between Quad and Heavenly being made for TV right here, okay? This is what they're saying. LaShonda Speed, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I love Heavenly. She say whatever. She does.
2 minutes and do it all. I mean, that was
so do you think Quad is scared of Heavenly? Like, I'm confused by it, honestly, because Heavenly shades the hell out of her, and it looks almost like she's scared of Heavenly.
Ooh.
But not Quad. Miss Quad
Yeah.
scared of somebody?
Yeah, I hear that social climber all day. All day. Exactly. Why didn't I just apologize? Why didn't I apologize for using the word apartment?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the part where Toya gets into a viewer has asked the question, why didn't she just apologize to Quad in that moment, as Lisa Nicole suggested in the show? Why didn't she just apologize to Quad for calling her apartment a BS apartment in the live that she did with Cecil? So this is the part where she is going to talk about that.
Why didn't I apologize? Because I had already talked to her that night. The night that Cecil did the live. Me and Simone talked to her on the phone. She called me. And the first thing I said to her was, oh, shoot, girl, I'm tipsy. Did you just hear that live? Are you mad? And she was like, I don't care about that bullshit. I'm calling Mariah. That's what she said.
Okay, so this is really important to the episode. Here, Toya says that she and Simone called Quad immediately after the live to apologize to her. And she says that Quad says, I ain't think about that. She wanted to talk about some stuff going on with Mariah, with Quad and Mariah. So they called Quad, according to them, allegedly. And she was allegedly not even interested in what Toya had to say.
She's like, I heard about it. I don't care about that. She wanted to talk about some other.
So it didn't bother her then, but then when the camera started rolling to have some drama, you think that's what this was all about?
It was about a storyline. And so let's be clear. Then we talked about it again before I came to her house. Because I was like, girl, I'm not coming to your house to have no drama. I've had drama all season with y'all bringing up my name. So she's like, I ain't gonna be putting no knives in your back. You know how she got to use all these cute little taglines. What was it? So I ain't gonna be stabbing you in your back and putting no knives unless you're carrying a knife. You know, whatever. It rhymed when she said it. But either way.
She said it wrong.
It did, you know. But either way. You know. So I really wasn't trying to hear all that. I wasn't trying to argue with her over some stuff we had already discussed. Wasn't interested. Okay, so that's the reality. So what else is the question? Well, if you hadn't ran your mouth, you wouldn't have been in the storyline. Girl,
okay, Toy,
I can run my mouth and say the word apartment, okay? Because at the time, we were talking about something that was relevant, all right? So I can run my mouth. And if the word apartment makes somebody infuriated, they need to take a volume. Valium.
Needs to take a what?
A Valium. She said volume.
She meant encourage. Don't encourage.
Down a notch.
Do that.
Turn that.
So at this point, she's telling her not to do that, not to go that route. LaShonda Speed, we got who says Quad is a social climber. I agree with Toya. She used Mariah and her husband. If y'all remember, she get what she need and dismiss people. Black Royalty says Toya has the nerve to say Quad was a friend, but when she was getting divorced, Toya treated her like she had leprosy, not warning her on the couple's trip or around the husband's fake friends. Ooh, y'all remember? Okay, if you are a Married to Medicine fan, Black Royalty, boom, you did hit the net on the head right here. I remember that, and I was so frustrated with Toya at the time. Now that I look back on it, like they didn't even want Quad on the couple's trip because they didn't want a single woman around their men. But this lady has been around their men for like ages. At least on this show. I forgot all about that, Black Royalty. Thank you for that super chat. Oh my God, I forgot about that. And y'all, if, for a lot of us, we go so far back with this show. It's so much history, but that piece I have forgot about. 811 said, what's the purpose for Lisa being... Y'all so silly. I mean, Lisa Nicole was definitely doing a lot of instigating last night, and I felt like, girl, you might need to make a reappearance, because honestly, when we was getting them flashbacks of her tossing that wine at Quad, I was like, we might need to bring Lisa back for a second, okay? I don't care if she don't bring her husband. I don't care. Let him stay on over there where he at. Because can we normalize, and not everybody need to have their significant other on the show. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you bring in the good content, I'll take it if your husband and your kids ain't on the show. I'll take it. If you're bringing in good content, if you got a lot of things going on, if you got a lot of interactions with the cast, I will take it. Okay? That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. Okay? So there is that. Also in the live from last night, if you guys happen to see it, you will also know that they talked about Mariah. TOYA goes on to reiterate that she has not spoken to Mariah. When asked to comment on the situation, Dr. Simone says no comment. Not sure what that means. They did a little bit of talking about Dr. Heavenly as well. They talked about how Dr. Heavenly sits up in her house and does YouTube videos talking about everybody or whatever. To be quite honest with you, I don't really see nothing wrong with it. You go on Instagram Live or you go on YouTube, you do whatever you got to do. You touch and agree with your audience. And I just feel like there's nothing wrong with her doing that. I mean, Kandi does it every week, to be quite honest with you. Now, Kandi, you know, while she does her speak on it in an edited format, Dr. Heavenly is simply doing it live and is able to, you know, really touch and agree with her audience there. So to me, I think it's a smart way to get your point across after the show. And quite frankly, a lot more people should be jumping on that bandwagon to get their points across as well, similar to what TOYA and Dr. Simone did last night. But anyway, I digress, okay? I digress. Now, let's get into the episode. What would you rate last night's episode, guys, on a scale of 1 to 10? On a scale of 1 to 10, give me your raterization, okay, of last night's episode. Episode 11. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are we giving it? On a scale of 1 to 10, you know, and because I just happened to watch it, I'm actually going to give it a part of me is going to give it I'm going to give it an 8.5. Okay, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I was going to give it a 9, but then I was like, dang, you know, I didn't like that it almost feels like we was tricked with the storyline aspect of what it was, right? But I'm going to actually give it an 8.5, mostly because I feel like it could be like what you guys were saying. It could be like, okay, it was public disrespect, so it requires a public apology. You did it on a public platform, then don't call me behind the scenes apologizing, you know what I'm saying? And then acting like, you know, and nobody else in the public eye gets a view of, you know, what it is, okay, that they of what they actually said. So I felt like, you know, again, public disrespect does require a public apology. So I can understand that. But in the way the story was told, it was almost made like, oh, it was Dr. Heavenly that introduced that to Quad, and Quad acted like she didn't see it before that. At least that's how it came across on the scene. Okay. So that's just me. Okay. That's just me. All right. So let's get into it. We start the episode, TOYA and Eugene. She's putting the kids back in school. She says a lot of people are jealous of her because she's able to live the good life right now with the kids being back in school. Thank you, Wanda Burns, for the super chat, boo. So she's able to go to tennis with the ladies and do this, that, and the third. And she says she's tired of arguing with the ladies from Married to Medicine, and she really just wants to party and have fun. She wants that Patron, okay? She wants some shots of Patron, and all she want to do is have a good time. Now, Dr. Simone is sitting down with Miles. Since he's taking a gap year from school, apparently he's saving money. He got $3,000 in the bank. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about this in a larger context in just 1 second. Now, Simone is fine with him doing the gap year. He wants her to pay for an apartment, and she's like, nah, okay? But she does want to log in and see what he's spending his money on. Now, she says it's Cecil's fault that the boys didn't get summer jobs because he wanted to spoil them. And I want to ask you guys this question. Knowing what we know now, let me ask y'all a question. Do you think that college is necessary? Okay. Do you think, knowing where we are now, and if you have been to college, or if you have not been to college, okay, because this is a really good question for you. Do you think that college is necessary at this stage of where we are today currently? And I'm saying this to y'all, and I'm asking y'all this as somebody who I went to undergrad, I went to grad school. So my actual take on this is honestly that it depends on the person, right? It depends on what you want to do, and it depends on what type of education or what type of specialization you need, right? If you're going to be in the medical industry, the dental industry, or something like that, and you have to have a special certification or degree to get it, the knowledge, you definitely got to go, right? But I also feel like for some people who may want to take a different route, I don't really feel like it's necessary at this stage of the game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for everybody. And I definitely don't always think at such a young age that you automatically know at 21 what it is that you want to do. Not enough to acquire $60,000 worth of debt to not know. Okay. Y'all feel me on that? You know, and the thing about it is, for a lot of us, we were led to believe you're going to go to college. Okay. Right. Thank you, Brandy. You're going to go to college. You're gonna go to college, and then they make it seem like you can get this amazing job afterwards, okay, for which you will be able to pay off these student loans. Okay. Now, for me, again, I feel like that's sometimes a lie, okay, more often than not a lie, because that ain't usually the case. Okay, you're gonna get out and you're gonna start low if you're even able to find a job in your field, and then okay, by the time you start making enough money to pay your bills, then you got these college debts that have mounted so high, which started off at 60 is now at 80. Okay, and you still paying the minimum. And this is not everybody. I mean, because everybody different. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about my experience and the people I know. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a whole lot of debt to acquire for somebody who is so young and is still trying to figure it out. So I get the gap year. I'm not mad at it at all, but I do feel like, you know, now at this point, it's like, if you're not going to go to school, then you need to start working. You need to start working and figuring it out. I do agree with that part. Now, Rondell says, no, I don't think college is necessary, but a degree is good to have in your back pocket. I agree. Listen, it could be good. I just am an advocate of wanting people to understand what it is that they want and really understand the debt that they're going to get, that they could be welcoming into their lives in a couple of years. Okay. Because there are a lot of colleges and universities in other countries where that education is free. Okay. That education is free. But, you know, we could go on and on about this. And I do feel some type of way about this because, you know, I just see it happen so much and it just frustrates me to no end. So I apologize for going off on this tangent about it, but it's kind of coming up in the episode. And I feel like I get where, you know, Cecil is coming from, but I also get where Simone is coming from too. It's okay. You could take some time off, but you're going to have to work. And then here's the thing. Now it's going to be necessary for the parents to pour into the children an education about how to build up a business. Okay. What steps to take to work, to pay bills and balance your finances and stuff like that. I feel like this is a pivotal time where he could definitely be learning something, especially given that his dad is in real estate. Take him out on some jobs or something like that. Take him out on some, you know, meetings with clients. That's how I feel about it, but that's just me. Living Life with Lily says, I think she is approaching the school route because he doesn't display any other interest for the future. Yeah, I can see that too. And I thank you for that super chat. But I just kind of feel like, yes, you know, if he's going to stay at home, let's put him to work. Okay. We got another super chat that says, Zed says, college is not always necessary. The jobs of tomorrow are not even known today, and we can have a whole discussion about college debt. Amen. Okay. Amen on that. Anyway, let's get back to it. Anila stops by Lisa Nicole's boutique. Okay. Now, they have apparently talked about Anila blogging about Lisa Nicole's boutique. I am actually happy that what they have decided to do is given enough focus to side characters. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean that Lisa Nicole is not necessarily a main character, but they've at least given him Brandy says, teach them how to mix some drinks at least, because you know Cecil always at that bar. Okay, thank you for that, Brandy. I think it's nice that we get to see Lisa Nicole's boutique and learn a little bit more about what it is that she does. Fun fact for those of you guys who did not know, Nicole actually made Giselle Bryant's reunion dress from this past season of the Real Housewives of the Potomac, excuse me. Real Housewives of Potomac reunion season 5, she made Giselle's dress. So there's a little fun fact for those who may not have known. So to me, this is nice to see. I like it when the shows will focus on the ladies and the gentlemen and their business endeavors and stuff like that. That's something that Love and Marriage Huntsville is very, very good at. And I like to see that here too as well. Okay. Stephanie Collins says, my loan holders can collect my law school debt at the cemetery when I am. Stephanie, okay. Like, ain't nobody got time for this. Okay, you trying to make the money, okay? You trying to make the money to keep the house, right? I ain't got about time to be dealing with you from this education I got from way back into today that I'm the one hustling for right now, okay? Whew. Let me tell y'all something. Anyway, Anila thinks that working with Lisa Nicole will be a great way to make some money. Now, I was excited about this moment right here because this is not something that people will often tell you, right? So here's the thing. From what I gather and from what Anila says, she charges $400 per post and $200 per IG story. Now, I got to find her Instagram because I wanted to see whether I felt like that was worth it or not. So right now I'm looking it up. Give me 1 second, y'all. I just want to see something. I feel like it's worth it. I feel like it might be. I can't find it. I can't see it right now. If y'all know it, pull it up. Somebody said I forgot some super chats. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Oh, California Q. Thank you, boo. Whoever told me I forgot the super chats. California Q says I didn't get a chance to watch it, but from your perspective, you think, yeah, you know, we think alike. Hit that like button, Sky Squad, show your love. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. We had another one that I think that I might have missed. Okay, JJ says, have a career that will sustain you and not force you to sleep with a married African. Oh, God. Living Life with Lily says, I think she is approaching the school route because he doesn't display any other interest for the future. I think we got them all. Thank you guys for the super chats. If I missed anything, please charge it to my mind and not my heart. Okay. Meanwhile, okay, to put it in perspective, now Ahorn 2011 says the Shade Room charges $25,000 and up per post. Now, to me, I feel like that's going to be worth it because what you will probably make back from a post on the Shade Room is going to be like, you're probably going to make, if the ad is right, you're probably going to make, you could make like a good 5-10 more thousand G's, you know what I'm saying? If you get you know, I mean, people are going to that site every day. So, you know, I feel like that's worth it. That's definitely worth it. Bottom line, I do feel like, and I was just going to try to show it to you guys visually. Bottom line, I do feel like she's charging a good price amount, especially considering the fact that her brand is going to be continuing to build as she's on the show. Sasha says, Richie, you won't believe what my friend says. She and her pastor Jamal she said, Pastor Jamal looked like Denzel Washington. I told her she needs to go see a doctor for a checkup. Thank you for the super chat, boo. We got another one in the place to be. Okay, that's it. She has 56,000 followers. So yes, I do agree. Thank you, Living Life with Lily. I do agree that is an accurate pricing for her. I just wanted to see it because I didn't get a chance to check it out during the episode. So Lisa Nicole asked, what's going on with you and Toya? Anila feels bullied by Toya. Now, I got to tell you guys the truth about this. I hate when the ladies on the show or gentlemen, whoever it may be, says that someone is bullying them when they're having a direct conversation with them. And I just feel like, how is it that at this point, I feel like my concept of bullying is completely different from what I see a lot of these people talking about on these shows. My concept of bullying is, when you are that kid in school and somebody might be calling you skinny, they might be calling you names and stuff like that. To me, that's bullying. But as an adult, I really just feel like it's hard to bully a grown person, especially when you're not coercing them to do something, right? The only thing Toya was trying to get Anila to do is pay your bills. And she was talking about her behind her back. That ain't bullying. That might be a little two-faced, but it ain't bullying, okay? That's just me. That's what I think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, okay? Now, Lisa Nicole says you got to let her know how you feel. I thought that was good advice. Quad calls and invites Anila to club quarantine. Quad, Lisa Nicole says, am I invited too? Okay. We can let bygones be bygones. And at that point, we are treated to the flashback of Lisa Nicole throwing a drink up in Quad's face. Okay. So Quad says, I'm actually going to invite you both. All right. So Dr. Contessa's new practice is open for business. Okay. Dr. Scott is about to give her a PRP treatment so she can grow her edges back. This is according to her. She says this is something that works. Now, I ain't never heard of this, but clearly, she got the practice, so why not show off some of the goods that they actually provide, okay? I'm not mad at it. Asata says, I miss Mariah, Richie. Yes, I miss Mariah too. I miss her. I miss her on this show. Just had to get that out of there since you said it first, okay? Anyway, she feels like she's carrying a mountain on her back with all the things that she's doing, and she doesn't feel like he's listening. But to be fair, Dr. Contessa, he was about to stick you in the head with a needle. So maybe his attention was focused on what he was doing at the time. Okay, now I just had to say that because I immediately thought she think he not listening, but maybe he focusing. Okay, because I feel like a needle in the head or in the face is delicate work. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she wants to go to therapy. He ain't really here for it. He reluctantly agrees to go. We'll see if they go. Boom. Now we get to Quad's house. Chef Cameron is there helping prepare for club quarantine quad night. Now she wants to create a carefree, footloose energy amongst the ladies. Yeah, right. Okay. And she's ready to show the ladies her new place with the elevator, especially that good Toya, since Toya called her apartment a BS apartment, which is actually a townhouse. Okay. So Simone arrives at Dr. Jackie's house and they doing the little, the little mahi mama, thing outside the window for some reason. It was cute, but I was kind of like, you about to go inside. It's not like you got to do it from outside. You're going to see her from only outside through the screen. But it was still a nice callback, I think, to the dynamics of their friendship. You know what I'm saying? I liked seeing them together. I like seeing Dr. Jackie's, closet. We get this idea that Simone is worried about Dr. Jackie's OCD because her closet is so neat. And to be quite honest with you, I feel like when you got a closet like that, your closet need to be neat, okay? That's what I feel like. I feel like your closet need to be neat AF. If your closet look like that and it ain't neat, you wasting your money. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, Dr. Jackie wants to know why Toya is so angry at the people, all right? Now, Simone tells her why she's frustrated because Heavenly and Quad are dogging her out after she's just bought a beautiful new home. And then we are treated to a view of Toya's beautiful new home as she is getting ready to go to Quad's house, okay? So then back at Jackie, she says that Toya has to own her part and talk about the issues, all right? Now we get to Quad's house. Everyone begins to arrive. Heavenly goes on and on about Anita. Okay, who is Anita? No one knows, but I think she's talking about Anila. And Dr. Contessa has to actually tell her the name. The child's name is Anila and not Anita. Okay. Now, Quad makes a note. Before we get there. Quad has laid out quite a food spread, which is nice to see. They start with a dance contest, and that's going to be the first event. Now, Toya and Carrie at this point show up, and Toya has her own drink with her. Now, I ain't mad at this because I feel like a little pregame is nice before you go to an event. Chime in the chatterization if you believe in the art of the pregame. I believe in the art of the pregame because I need to loosen up before I get to an event. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below. Are you a pregamer or not? Just let me know. I'm a pregamer or you're not. I'm just curious about that because I feel like it just adds to the fun. And then sometimes pregaming is actually more fun than the event itself. Okay? So, there we have that. Now, when they arrive, Quad basically says that Toya walks past her and didn't even say hello to her. But if you guys go back and watch Toya's live, she said that she did speak to Quad and that it was maybe either edited out or something like that. But she said she spoke to. Okay, I see a lot of pregamers up in the building. I see y'all pregaming is the best. Okay, yes, come on, pregame. What was I? Oh, anyway, Toya says in her live that she did speak to the child. She spoke to her and nobody heard it or whatever. Maybe production didn't hear it. Now, Anila also says that Toya ignored her as well. I believe she definitely ignored her. But Quad makes it known that she also did not invite Carrie. Now, Carrie says that she hopes that she and Quad can get past the past BS. And then they begin passive aggressively talking about, the homes that they have. Apparently Carrie has an investment home, quite like Quad's. And notice she said investment home and not her actual home. She says, but your home is better because it has an elevator. And Quad is like, yes, that's about $30,000 extra onto the house of what you got. Okay. So I was like, okay. So we get to the dance routine time. Jackie teamed up with Simone, Toya, and Heavenly. We learned, at least I learned for the first time that I can remember that Jackie cannot dance for nothing. Okay. Contessa, Anila, and Carrie and Lisa Nicole dance around like girls going wild. All right. Then they head upstairs. Oh, Team A wins. So Team A with the Jackie on it, who cannot dance for nothing, they actually won. So anyway, they go upstairs to the 4th floor. Toya and Simone take the elevator, and Simone tells her, Toya, you need to clear the air with everybody before you leave. Because y'all know that's what a group scene is actually for. Okay. That's what a group scene is actually for. All right. So then some of the ladies go check out Quad's sleep number bed because apparently Quad had taken that from Dr. G, I guess, when she left the house. Toya tells Jackie that this was an interesting moment. And I don't know if you guys saw this. Toya told Dr. Jackie that she's always in her own little world and that doesn't work for this group right here. Jackie does not take the bait in this situation. She chooses not to engage with Toya. She says, everybody has their own opinion. She's like, I don't have it in me to beef with Simone and you in the same season. Okay. Basically, that's what she's saying. But Toya has an axe to grind with Dr. Jackie, and we'll talk about that in an upcoming scene, right? Simone wants to talk about why Toya has been so grouchy with Dr. Jackie while Toya is there, but all the rest of the ladies come in, diverting the conversation. And then when they do talk, when they come back around to it, we do get into a discussion about why Toya is not feeling supported by all the other ladies, which explains why Carrie was there. Okay, because Carl still want to know, I didn't invite you, girl. Why are you here? Okay. And Carrie basically says, well, I'm here because Toya needs support because she doesn't feel supported by you ladies. Okay. So at that point in time, Dr. Heavenly brings up that Toya was talking about Quad's house. You want to hear? I could bring up. I felt like Dr. Jackie was going to pull a Mariah and say, I got the receipts. You want to see the receipts? I can show you the receipts. But she didn't go that far. But she was almost there. Okay. She was almost there. Anyway, Toya gets up and she says that in her confessional, she says that she was tipsy when she said it. Okay. And if you watch the video, that's obvious. All right. So Toya and Heavenly immediately get into it, which leads to Toya getting up and Quad going off about whether or not this is indeed a BS apartment. So they yelling at each other in each other's face, yada, 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 whoopty, whoopty, whoop. Okay. Quad is mad AF. Now I sort of understand that Toya is actually angry that Heavenly keeps bringing up the situation. So she kind of says it, and I don't know if anybody heard it, but she says it in the episode, right? So Toya goes, she leaves, she makes another dramatic exit. Actually, she has exited just about every group scene this season, now that I think about it. if you really think about it, she done exited every scene this season. Okay, every group scene, she out. Bye. Peace out. I can't take it. So she's outside crying, and Dr. Simone goes out to talk to her. Now, Quad inside, hold on, Black Royalty alert. Says, how supportive is Toya to the others? I used to like her, but she's self-absorbed and a busybody. She needs more fulfillment in her day. Bloop, bloop. Thank you for that super chat. Okay, so Toya's crying. Dr. Simone goes out to talk to her. Quad is inside, and she says she wanted Toya to apologize and to tell her that she was wrong, but she never got that. And at that moment, even after I had already seen Toya's live, I said to myself, maybe Quad wanted that apology to happen in public and not necessarily just on the phone. Maybe that was it. Okay. At this point, Toya blames Dr. Heavenly for instigating this and Dr. Jackie for not saying anything. She also blames Anila for not coming out to check on her. But I got to call BS on that part, Toya, because you have been basically dissing Anila, talking about her behind her back. You know what I'm saying? Granted, Anila didn't pay the people according to you. She didn't pay the people. So that was definitely wrong. And, you know, I definitely feel like she should pay the people, especially because she wants to be paid as an influencer. But anyway, I do feel like, why would Anila have your back after you have just walked by her and not even spoke to her at the event at all? So that didn't make sense to me. Contessa actually comes out to check on Toya. Oh, we got another super chat in the building from Miss Bless 64. That Heavenly is messy. For her to be a dentist, she sure has a nasty mouth while she looking like those teeth is fake. Tell the truth, Richie. Y'all are not going to see. Miss Bless, thank you for that super chat. Here's the thing. Here's where I'm gonna call production fail, because Contessa actually goes out to check on Toya, but we never got the scene where they made up, because otherwise, why would Contessa go out to check on Toya? And what we learned from watching Toya's live is that her and Contessa actually somewhat kind of made up, or Contessa extended an olive branch by attending one of Toya's events that was not shown on the show. Okay, so to me, that's a little bit of a production fail, because we did not get that explanation, and we needed that explanation. Okay. Toya Caldwell says, now if Heavenly talked trash about Quad's apartment, Toya would have drugged Heavenly and asked for help from the other ladies. Toya is delusional. Thank you, Miss Toya Caldwell. We appreciate you. All right, so upstairs, Quad asked to talk to Simone, and Simone is basically like, girl, back up. And I was kind of shocked by that, but because I was like, I thought that was in a good place. But if you watched that video from earlier, maybe not. Okay. Simone tells Quad, don't let anybody else gas you up, okay, to be mad. And Simone goes back to Quad's past with being offended at the rest of the ladies for not being allegedly supportive of her the way that these ladies are not being supportive of Toya. So I thought that was interesting. But y'all, I didn't even notice that. Keisha Miller says, why didn't Carrie leave with Toya? Why didn't she go out to check on her? Has she already left? That's kind of messed up too, because I feel like if you came with Toya as a +1, you should probably leave with Toya as a +1. Okay. Listen, y'all, that is our episode for Married to Medicine, season 8, episode 11. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Listen, it's about to heat up next week, because we got Dr. Heavenly going at it with Lisa Nicole. So you know it's going to be another explosion. And I got to watch. I don't know. Did Dr. Heavenly already do her review of it? I got to go back and watch it and see what she said. It's about to be lit this week, y'all. I'm back. It's Monday. It's going to be a good week, y'all. And I want y'all to know I love y'all. If nobody else has told you today, somebody loves you and somebody needs you, okay? With that being said, I'm going to catch y'all in the next video.